All right, we're talking Stranger Things Season 5, Episode 2, spoilers ahead. I love the opening of this episode, which is titled The Vanishing of Holly Wheeler. We see Nancy and Elle going to the Wheelers' house to save them from the Demogorgons who are attacking the house. Unfortunately, Ted's punk ass gets taken out. I think he's okay. I think they said they're in surgery, so the parents are going to be fine. Which, speaking of the other parent, we see Karen protecting her daughter. You know, they say mothers have like super strength when it comes to the kids. She went head up against a Demogorgon and held her own, but unfortunately she got taken out pretty badly. Again, she's going to survive, but I love the moment. It was kind of like Endgame or something when we see 11 going through the upside down to save Holly. Now at the hospital, again, we find out that Ted and Karen are going to be okay, at least for now, but Lucas brings up a good point that there has to be more than just taking Holly, and he also brings up that it's only 3 days away from when Will was originally taken, so there's something going on with Holly. Like, is she similar to Will? Does she have powers? Does Vecna see himself in Holly? Again, she seems to be a very important character so far. Now, in the Upside Down, we get a really good moment here between father and daughter, essentially, with Elle and Hopper. They run into each other as they're looking for Holly, and he tells her, like, I don't want you to be involved as much anymore because I don't want to lose you like I lost my Sarah. So, a really good sentimental moment, and I just love their dynamic. Which, speaking of dynamics, I love the dynamics that's created in this episode, which we learn a little bit more about Will's new abilities and him seeing through the Demogorgons, and he might be permanently changed as he thinks he's continued to be connected to the hive mind. But speaking of Will, I love him and Robin and their dynamic and him learning from her, right? Again, she's dating Vicky, but keeping it on the hush-hush, but at least she had the courage to be herself. So I love how they're bonding. I love the Mike and Nancy kind of having a heart-to-heart as they're waiting for their parents to be okay and while they're looking for their sisters. So I'm loving the dynamic so far. Now, we end the episode with finding out who Holly's imaginary friend was. I think we all kind of knew that it was going to be Henry, which it revealed to be. It was Vecna, who was her imaginary friend. But what's his deal? Like, he's taking the kids. Like, we know he was killing teenagers in season 4, so now he's taking kids. Is this a similar thing that we did with Will? Is he going to try to use these kids as like his spies or taking their... I'm very curious to know what he's going to do with these kids. But again, I thought this was a better episode than episode 1 for me. Like, again, I love the dynamics. I like it still setting things up. There were some like kind of steel moments and some clunky moments of dialogue, but overall a really good episode. Again, I prefer this one over the first one, but I'm gonna watch episode 3. Let me know what you all thought of episode 2 in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe and follow for more.